First, ladies and gentlemen, on your objects, what I want you to do is I want you to draw arrows next to the sides that are going to represent the direction or the contour of each side. So for example, I'm not going to do the see-through, I'm going to go to the solid. When I shade it, I can shade across left to right, right to left, because this side is across, so is this. I can also shade up and down on this side, and I can shade up and down here and here, because that contour is going up and down. And I can also shade on this top and this side at a diagonal. So this is what I mean if you can take a look. If your blending tool does not have a lot of lead or graphite, most of you guys know you can just go to a corner, you can shade in a little bit, and then you can roll your blending tool. Yes, I know my blending tool is broken, but you can roll it in graphite, and then there, it's got graphite on it. But this is what I mean, so I'm gonna just zoom in on this particular object. Here, I can blend up and down, but I can also blend right to left, left to right. On the top, I can blend across horizontally, but I can also blend at the diagonal. I'm trying to stay within it, by the way. And then this last one I'm going to shade with my pencil, otherwise it's going to be too light, or not, I'm sorry, not dark enough. I can shade on the diagonal and blend, but I can also shade up and down. So when you follow the contour of an object, you want to see what directions are possible for you to blend and shade in. So first put the arrows on the outside of it. And then second, I want you to do some blending. And if one of your areas is not dark enough or it's too light, I want you to do a little bit of shading. Yes, I kind of did some hatching and cross hatching, but I followed the contour of this particular box. So try that out. I'm going to pause it. When I shade in like my cone shapes, for example, the cylinder, I can shade up and down, or let me blend it a little bit first so you can see what I mean. But I can also shade and blend it following the curve like this. So for this time, I'm going to do contour line hatching. So I'm following the curve of my cylinder. So here are my arrows. I can go up and down when I shade and blend, and I can also follow the curve like this back and forth. And the top of the cylinder, I can either go horizontal or at a diagonal, just pick one direction, or I can even do this for like the top. I could just like lightly rotate if I wanted to. But you just have to pick one direction for flat sides. For this particular cylinder, half cones, like my half cones, look, I have both the diagonal and I've got the curve that I can shade. And that arrow just means I can rotate my curve. So I can, the top I can kind of spin around. So first draw the arrows and then follow the curve or the contour of the object. So I can go up and down but on the diagonal, and I can kind of curve my blending like this, following that curve with my blending tool. And I can shade like that. And when you follow the contour of the object, it's going to start looking like it's 3D. All right? If I did this, ladies and gentlemen, so let me just go to the see-through cube. If I just did this, like some of you, you're going to try to do this and be like, it's shaded, Mr. Rodriguez, it's done. No. Yeah, I know, some of you really. Right? You can do that for the background or the air. But then I would expect you to go back on top of it and then shade again. So this time I'm going to now make this solid. Or you know what I can do too? I can make it look like it's an open box like this. All right, but I digress. Put arrows on the other objects. So you've got the upward bowl-shaped part cone or half cone. The full cone here and here. You would follow up and down on that diagonal curve. Curve. And I can blend like this when I blend the side of it as well. I can go like this. And I can go like this. And then the ball or sphere that we started last time, just leave it alone, ignore it, because you're going to have a whole day. It'll probably be like 45-minute shading practice where you're shading the sphere and you're watching a video about it. It's like 15 minutes long, and you're going to pause it in between.